Hi guys, we're back on another volatility 75 index strategy. Okay, now I'm going to share with you guys how to trade this market successfully and the strategy you can use to make that happen. Okay, so right now what we're seeing here is that the market is selling, and I'm going to show you how you can predict a good buy and sell entry. So what we should do right here is to put in our indicators. We're going to start with the main window. I'm going to put on fractals. Okay, the fractals indicator. Then we'll put it on the style. We'll put it on 3 pixels. The color is going to be on red. Okay, then it's going to be on all time frames as well. Then you click on done. So this is the first indicator. Then the second indicator which we are going to use is the stochastic oscillator. Put that on indicator window 1. All right, the stochastic oscillator, period 5, the period on 3, slowing is going to be on 3, price feed slow/high, method of exponential, the level you put it on 22, 80 and 64, styles is going to be on 4 pixel with the color of black. Then you put the main on black color on 3 pixel, the signal on red color. Then you drag this line here to the third line, then you put it on the first one, then you click on done. Okay, now this is the pattern and strategy we're going to use. Okay, now first of all I'm going to explain how you can get a buy entry and a sell entry position. Okay, so we know that the volatility 75 market is just moving upwards and downwards. Okay, going bullish and bearish, following those patterns. All right, now take a look at this, guys. Now at this point right here, we saw that the market is selling right now, and while on the 1 minute time frame. Okay, now take a look at that. When this black line here, which is the stochastic oscillator, curve upwards and crosses above this red line, the market will start to buy. And before that happens, you need to see a signal for a buy, meaning the market needs to start buying. This is whereby you add this object here, the square right here at this point. You add it to this point right here. You put it at this point right here. At this point right here, when you see that the market have sold, okay, when the market have sold and the market has started to buy, then when it cross above this line, when it cross above this line that I just draw right here, when it cross above upwards, the market will buy. Okay, the market will buy. Now this fractals is showing an arrow upwards, and this fractals right here is showing an arrow downwards. Okay, so whenever there's a downwards arrow on the fractals, the market will buy. Okay, whenever there's a downwards arrow on the fractals, the market will buy, just as you can see at this point right here. So you know that the market is a buying market, and for that to happen at this point, you draw this object right here at this point. You draw it at this point here, you put it inside. Now you can see that at this point here, take a look at this, guys. At this point here, when there's a crossover above this object line, when there's a crossover, you can see that at this point the red line and the black line of the stochastic oscillator crosses each other. Okay, they join. That's the point where they meet. At that point, and you saw that the market bought for a long period of time, and the arrow here, you can see that there's a downward shape like an arrow. Okay, you can see the shape of a triangle showing downwards. You can see this is the same triangle right here, which is an arrow shape downwards, and the market bought. Take a look at this point as well. We trace it down with me, guys. This is the downward trend of this red line right here, which is this arrow line facing downwards, and you can see a similar pattern of the stochastic oscillator giving us a triangle shape of an arrow, okay, facing downward as well. And you can see that this red line and the black line of the stochastic oscillator, they cross above each other. That is a point whereby they cross each other and curves upwards, giving you a signal for a buy. Now you can see this is a signal for a buy. The market bought from here downwards to this point, then it retested for a sell. The market bought up to this point before it retested backward for a sell, just as you can see right here. Okay, now how do you predict a market that is going to sell? Okay, I just show you guys how to buy the volatility 75 index market. using the stochastic oscillator and the fractals. Okay, the fractals. Now, how do you see a sell signal? Like, how do you see a sell market? What you should do is to wait. Okay, you wait for an opportunity, this opportunity right here. You wait for this opportunity whereby there's a downward trend, okay, of the stochastic oscillator, and when there's a shape like a triangle shape facing upwards of the stochastic oscillator, okay, when there's an upward trend, you see at this point it goes upward and there's a crossing at the right side, the market will start to sell, and it's a good opportunity for you to place a sell. Now we're seeing the same pattern happening here right now. Okay, now how do you do this? You draw another object here, you draw it below at this point. You can see you draw it at this point. So if there is a crossing below, the market will start to sell, just as we're seeing right here. And we can see that there's a shape right now, and this red line is about to cross downwards to the stochastic oscillator. It's about to cross the black line of the stochastic oscillator, giving us a downward trend for a sell entry. You can see how powerful this strategy is that I just shared with you guys, and you can see this is a live trade, guys. You can see this is a live market chart, and we can see that the pattern of which the market is going right here and how I'm explaining to you guys is currently happening the way I'm explaining it and showing you perfect example of how this strategy works. Okay, now we just got a huge amount of sell in profit from this market. For a sell, there was a breakdown structure after below this object, and the market sold. Okay, the market sold. So if you have sold the market, you know that you would have been in a great amount of profit, considering the amount of lot size you are using, if it is a smaller size or a big lot size you are using on the market. Okay, so when you are trading this volatility 75 market, you need to put, these are things you need to watch out for, like price action, strategy, you know technical analysis as well. You need to focus on the market, read the trend lines, draw your object, put it in the fractals, and the stochastic oscillator to help you trade this market successfully. And we're seeing a huge amount of profit on the downward trend. So how do we predict another buy for a bullish pattern? What we should do right here, we're going to wait, because we're seeing that this line, the red line and the black line is going downwards to this level of 22. Okay, that's what we're seeing, right? You are seeing a huge amount of sell just as it happened at this point. So we're seeing another scenario at this point. So when you're trading this market using this type of strategy, what you should watch out for is this indicator, which is the stochastic oscillator, and the fractals. Okay, and the fractals. So that's what you should watch out for. And when the market bought, remember guys, we're looking for a buy entry. Okay, now we just saw a buy entry, so we're going to wait until this red arrow line show downwards. We're going to wait, and when we see a curve showing us a V shape, okay, this is a V shape, also a triangle shape facing downwards. Okay, like I told you guys that this line is going to cross below this level of 22, and it did exactly like I said. Okay, exactly like I said, and we're seeing a buy right here. So we're not going to place a buy. This is not the point whereby you want to place a buy entry. You want to wait until the shape has been completed. Not actually fully completed, but when it has given that V shape, showing you that it's going to curve upwards, then you place an entry for a buy. Okay, you place an entry for a buy. So as you can see, as it's happening right here, it's going to rotate, it's going to curve. Okay, now this is how you trade this volatility 75 index market successfully using this strategy that I've shared with you guys. Okay, using the fractals, the stochastic oscillator, these two indicators, how you can use it to trade.